All right, folks, welcome back out to the WAC for today's Super 7 Invitational Championship semifinal. Mineral Area Athletics taking on the Troy Thunder in a, I believe I'm going to go to my bracket. We've got a 6 seed taking on a 7 seed. In the bottom half, in the top half, it was the 1-4 seed, but both the St. Louis Redbirds were the 2 seed, U.S. Nationals Midwest 3 seed, both bounced out of the tournament. So the 6 and 7, like that, right?
Always unpredictable, right? You know, you get these tournaments and the seedings don't always tell the story a lot of times.
Nope.
You know, but also when you get to Sunday and these guys can roll out some of the real impressive arms they have, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
You know.
And this bracket, any of these teams, we could have, some of the silver, you know, we talked about that. There was this tournament at the top here, I think, was about maybe 12 deep.
Yeah. You could have made an argument for probably 12 teams in this tournament to be in the gold bracket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. So here we go. Starting lineups up on the screen here for the Mineral Area Athletics. And we've got to get here leading off, being the 7 seed, is, I don't have the numbers. It'll come up. We'll get there. Just hang on. We'll get there. Troy Hopkins. Thank you, my crack staff in there. Troy Hopkins leading off. Number 3 for the Mineral Area Athletics. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Just toss it over there, young man. There you go.
Baseball economics.
1 pitch,
1 out.
1 out. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Number 46, this young man, we've seen Foster Rose. We saw him last year on this team. This young man can swing it.
Yes. Yep. The Mineral Area team's not a team I've ran into a lot of times. I don't know if I've ever played them, but, man, I've seen them play several times, and they are a fun team to watch play.
Strike 1, 2 rows. Little ball. Nice job by the second baseman over there. Slides to one knee, pops, and throws him out. Nice play by number 4 over there. I'm going to get these numbers up here. Troy Thunder open. And number 4 over there is Dayton Dietrich. Oh, no, that's not number 4. That's number 27 at second base. Strike 1.
27 21.
Yep. 27. Bayshans. Blake Bayshans. There's the name we were looking for. Bayshans. Nice job by the shortstop taking charge. Man, that was a quick 1, 2, 3.
I believe 5 pitches, maybe?
Yeah.
5 or 6 pitches. Couldn't have been much. It couldn't have been any more than 6. So
1, 2, 3, go the Athletics. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning. No score.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, you know. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
And we're back at the Warrenton Athletic Complex. We have the Mineral Area Athletics, the number 7 seed, taking on the 6 seed Troy Thunder in this semifinal matchup. Quick top of the first inning there for the Thunder. Got out in about 5 pitches, I believe. So good start for them. They look on the mound to Rose. I don't have a first name on him. I'll get it eventually. Foster Rose, the lefty. Watching him warm up here, super athletic kid. He's good velocity. This will be a fun one. We had a great first semifinal. That went 8 innings, 7-6 on the final score. Naturals Bishop from St. Louis ended up taking the win there, and they await the winner of this game in a championship. So I think so far we're set up for a good day of baseball, Brian.
Absolutely, I think so. We don't have any information on the mineral area. We try to get some game changer stuff. I think Coach kind of probably got caught up in getting ready for the ball game, and we didn't get it. So.
Honest mistake.
Yeah, no, I
Honest
don't.
mistake.
I never. Coaches do what they do, man. We try to work with these coaches as best we can to get as much information as we can to talk about these players as we're calling games, and we just, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But we've got number 27. There you go. Bayshans at the plate, number 27, and lifts one to left field under it. Big league pop-up out, big league fly ball.
Yeah. Drifted back a little bit. Nice clean catch.
Yep, number 1.
Baseball economics again.
We're seeing a lot of that in this here, man.
A lot of them. Well, young aggressive hitters and pitchers that throw strikes, you'll get a decent amount of those, I believe. So
Brecken Simmons at the plate now. Hitting .446 on the season. Little lefty, that's going to have some English. Nice play, and not going to get the speedy Simmons. That was a nice play by the shortstop. That's all he could do. Hopkins doing the best he could.
lefties get out of the box a step quicker.
That's correct. Troy Hopkins trying to get that. Just a little short.
So we got our first base runner of the game.
Number 16. LJ Brazel takes strike 1. There's the gear on the back there, the pitch comm.
Yep.
Swing and a miss.
Seen a couple of those today.
Yeah.
Seen a couple of those today. We talked about it earlier, too. I like it. You know, there's that line of communication with your catcher as a coach is huge.
Yeah. 0-2. Rose has a little giddy up on the fastball.
Yes, very much so.
Lefty. Another one hop. Going to be a tough play to get a speed. And he gets him by a half step. Nice play by the shortstop, Hopkins. Looks like Thunder are showing some speed at the top of this order.
Yeah, so, you know, I've seen this team before. We played them a couple weeks ago in a tournament somewhere, in O'Fallon, Illinois, and they are. I mean, they're an athletic group top to bottom.
So 2 outs, runner at second. Rose trying to pitch around that first, infield hit. There it is. That's what it was. Number 20, no, excuse me.
4.
Is it number just 4? Dayton Dietrich. Here's Dayton Dietrich right here. Big kid. Fastball, strike 1.
In the head.
Ooh. Gotta be careful on that.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah. Popped up, foul back, out of play. That was close. That was close. What we're talking about, I just noticed it was just a small. But see, at this level, sometimes I don't mind that. Nobody was deceived.
Yeah.
At the major league level, you can't do it. Because it looked like Rose kind of started and paused a second, then kept going. So you can't start and stop and then start again.
Yeah.
From your stretch.
Yep.
And a line drive past the second baseman, and that's going to get to the fence. Dietrich on his way to second and safe. Throw was a little offline and allowed him in, and a 2-out RBI double for Dietrich puts the Thunder up 1-0.
Yep. Good start.
Absolutely. That ball was smoked.
Yeah.
Because that's some pretty thick grass.
You got to hit one hard to get it to the wall through this grass, I'll tell you that.
Oh, mercy.
I've seen a lot go in the air. I haven't seen very many go through the grass, that's for sure.
Boy, ain't no lie. So here we go. Number 23, Caden Fowler at the plate. It's outside. Spoke with Mr. Fowler earlier. Had a heck of a game in the first game of the day. He was a player of the game. Did a quick interview. Go check that out if you want to follow Game 7 baseball. And that's going to drop. That's going to drop. Dietrich on his way home and is going to score on the bloop single by Fowler.
Hit them where they ain't. Hit them where they ain't.
Yeah, we say it all the time, don't we?
It's a line drive in the scorebook. That's what matters.
2-0 now by the Thunder. Benier at the plate. Augie Benier, the shortstop for the Thunder. Batting from the left side off the end of the bat. Rose looks like he's going to take care of it himself. The Thunder get two, strand one. We head to the top of the second inning, 2-0, Troy Thunder.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. All right, folks, like I was getting ready to say, Game 7 Baseball, if you want to follow Game 7 Baseball on Facebook, you can do it at Game 7 Baseball. We have some great interviews that we'd put up of players throughout the day here through Championship Sunday, spotlighting some kids. So go check out those interviews. It's fun talking to these young men as they learn how to play this game in high-pressure situations.
The Naturals know a lot about that. They handled it today real well.
Number 12, Caden Mosier, the catcher, leading off the top of the second inning for the Athletics. Flown into right field. A little trouble there, but he finally got himself situated. Number 7 out there for the Thunder. Trey Barger making the catch. Number 0, Owen Hawkins at the plate now.
Early in the game, but middle area having a tough time finding the barrel on this on the lefty Simmons here.
Absolutely.
Right on. Oh, what a play. Almost. Good effort by the third baseman there. Sharp hit ground ball, lays out for it. Just a little bit behind it on the throw. Good effort, though.
So an infield single, or you call that in
Yeah,
there?
infield single.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, we're not the official scorekeepers.
I'm not.
But we like to try and keep it as close to it, right? Number 44, Maddox Dobbins. Now, Maddox we saw last year, and this young man has big-time pop in the bat.
Yes. Yeah.
He was one of the kids last year that hit it out of this park right here. And can't. Oh, That was the 58-footer right there.
Yep.
Popped up and caught blue. That's why you wear a mask?
He might not find it as funny
No,
as we do,
he
unfortunately.
Sorry, Brian.
As we're getting looks over here.
We're safe behind the chain link fence.
Yeah. Yeah.
These umpires done a great job today out here on the field. Little piece going to drop in front of, the right fielder. And here comes the run, and he's going to score. So Hawkins scores on the RBI one-out single by Maddox Dobbins. Puts the Athletics on the board here and brings up Dyson Walton. Line drive through the 6-hole. And with one out, the Athletics got it rolling here offensively. Number 26 now coming up, Eli Turner. And Brecken Simmons in some trouble here in the top of the second. Little wheel play.
Nothing wrong with giving the runner a look, letting him know. I didn't forget about you. We're still here.
Simmons is that lefty on the mound that's not going to overpower you, but he's trying to mix it up. And they are line driving baseballs right back up the middle. I love this approach. Not trying to do too much with this. Single. You had the single.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keeping it simple, right? Hitting the ball hard through the middle. Not trying to be a hero, just trying to do their part.
Colton Walton at the plate now. Takes ball one. So we have a field of Athletics. That's not good, is it, guys?
Nah, that one didn't
work.
That one didn't catch. That one didn't catch. That's all right. One ball and a strike.
Well, we have bases full of athletes.
You do have that, that's for sure.
That works.
That's the thing.
I like that.
Definitely with this Athletics team too, man. They are full of them.
And it bobbled. He's going to have to hustle. Stayed with it. Nice job.
Gets the out.
And the run scores. Dobbin scores from third base, and I'm trying to get this gnat out of my eyeball. Sorry, folks. And the out recorded. 2 outs now, second and third. We're back to Lane Paris. Ball one. Lewis behind the plate. Little yachty ole there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we were saying in that first game. That happens a lot, these kids.
Yeah. For sure. Right
The
there.
backhand right there.
Yep.
And I think at this level, I'd like to see more kids continue to work on blocking.
I don't disagree. You know, I think some of that is too, is knowing when you're here, you have the backstop. You know,
Agreed.
It doesn't put the, it doesn't put the stress on you, right? Where you're like, it'll be fine. You know.
You probably deal with that yourself, don't you, Coach?
I do. I'm speaking from experience.
3 balls, no strikes, and that is a 4-pitch walk to Paris that's the 9-hole hitter with 2 outs, and you just walked on 4 pitches, the 9-hole.
Back to Hopkins at the top of the order.
That's tough right there, Coach.
Yep, this is the scary, this is the situation you don't want to put yourself in, for sure.
And that's pieced
That's why.
deep, and one hops the wall, and that's going to clear the bases, and Hopkins headed to third for a 3 RBI triple, and the ball gets away. He's coming home, and he's going to slide in safe. So a 3 3 RBI triple by Hopkins, and he scores on the throwing error. And it's a 6-2 ball game. Wow. That ball was hammered.
He got all that one. Gave it a ride out there.
That's strike one to Rose. So Rose, the beneficiary as the pitcher at the plate here.
Well, you know, the bases might be cleared, but these guys are rolling right now. You don't want to take a chance.
Not happy with himself.
No.
Pops it up.
Nice play by the shortstop, though.
That's a heck of a play.
Nice play by the shortstop.
So we had bottom of the second inning. There it is. 6-2 Athletics.
That's Bishop's.
Who do I need to holler at?
Sorry, folks. Just finishing a cracker there mid-bite.
We got game changer cameras flying everywhere, too.
Exactly. It's crazy out here at the ballpark. Rose out for his second inning of work and stake to a 4-run lead. That helps you, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah. Now pitching with a lead, right? Like that's what why we preach to guys all the time. You got a lead, go out there and pitch with it. Let your defense work and don't make any big mistakes, right? Like that's his job now. His job is to help mitigate the damage.
Drake Lewis coming to the plate. Drake Lewis hitting .324 on this season. He's got 8 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 5 triples, and a home run. So this kid's got a big bat.
Yeah, I would say. Big bat and some wheels on him, too.
Absolutely. Take strike one. Line drive, grounder, Hopkins up. Nice job by the shortstop. Again, smoother is faster.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you get him out by 1. It doesn't matter. That's a great piece of defense right there.
I like trusting the backhand there.
Do
right?
ya?
Yeah, I do. I do. I mean, we talk about all these great high school players now. Nolan Sissom,
Yep.
they do that well. They develop it and they trust it and they use it.
Liam Beal pops one to the first baseman. That's, I think, 3 pitches, 3 outs, or 2 outs. So pretty close to some quality baseball economics right there.
Yep.
Barger coming to the plate. This is the 7, 8, 9 here in the order. And Rose, this is what you love. Efficiency.
Yep.
Coming out with a lead, attacking the strike zone. Ball 1.
Yeah, doing exactly what he needs to do. Right? Doing exactly what he needs to do. Going out, attacking hitters, making them hit the ball.
Misses in. 2-0. Got the Naturals over there, taking it a little easy, taking in the ball game here, getting ready for the championship game. We got championship stuff working all over here. We got semifinal action on all the fields. We're going to try and get you an update on some scores maybe here as we come back in from the next inning. Well, they all stayed there. that's a bonus.
Didn't lose any cameras on
Didn't lose any cameras. One's already gone. Yeah, we've got the Mexico rookies taking on the Ilmo Storm over here at 4 o'clock. The Hawks and the U.S. Nationals played earlier, and U.S. Nationals won. Strike 3 looking, ends the inning, and we're headed to the top of the third inning, 6-2 Athletics.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. All right, back to the brackets here. We got, like I said, the U.S. Nationals waiting on the winner of the Mexico rookies, Ilmo Storm. We'll try and get an update on score over there. That's in the silver bracket. That Ilmo Storm Mexico rookie should be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
The U.S. Nationals, Nallhoff squad, you've played them before, right?
Yeah, solid squad, well coached. You know, you can say that about so many teams here, and I say that a lot, but like, there's just so many of those teams out here,
Yeah.
right? Like, you know, you and I said it earlier. You have 12 to 15 teams in this tournament that could easily be
Sitting right here in
Sitting
front
right
of
here,
us.
you know.
Absolutely. So for Mineral Area, coming up number 10, David Miller. This young man is a tremendous athlete. That's balls outside. As a freshman, this young man started for the Potosi High School varsity football team.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Saw him hit one out of this park as well. Great
Might have
power.
just seen
And
another
I
one.
think he just got all of that, and that is at the wall. And his speed is easily going to be standing up at third base. A stand-up triple for David Miller, just as we're talking about the pop in the bat. Oppo
Sends one.
to the fence. And the hit parade continues for this athletic squad.
Well, and you look. I think the big thing is you look at the adjustment they made against Simmons. First time they were
Yep.
they were early off the end of the bat. Now everything's Hopkins hit one hard the other way. The one hop, like they're just making adjustments.
Absolutely. Mosier, the catcher, turns one. Caught. Play coming at the plate. Miller's going to score on the sac fly. Great job by Mosier.
Doing exactly what he needed to do there. Getting the run
Absolutely.
across.
Elevated it. 1 out. 7-2 Athletics. Hawkins. Owen Hawkins at the plate. Strike one on the outside corner. Simmons, I like that though. As much as they've beat him, this young man, his demeanor hasn't changed. He's still attacking the zone, still throwing the pitches he's thrown.
Yep. He's not letting it affect him.
No,
right?
he's
and,
not.
And I think that's a lot of these guys when they get these young men when they get to this age, just understanding what they are as a pitcher, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to throw to contact.
All you can do is do what you're supposed to do. And that ball is lined into left field. Hawkins with another hit.
And this is the part of the lineup
He
that
is
got
2
rolling
for
last
2.
time.
Yep, it is 2 for 2, and Dobbins now comes to the plate, and we see the head coach for the Troy Thunder heading out.
Looks like it's just a conversation. I don't think we're getting a new pitcher yet, right? I think this is
I
just
wouldn't think so, right?
yeah. I think this is just a hey, you know, they're hitting the ball hard.
Yeah. Hey, how do you do? What? Just keep doing.
Yep. Yep.
This lineup though, from this Mineral area, if they get rolling,
Oh,
they can put up some runs.
Well, I mean, they put up majority of their damage in the last inning,
Yeah.
from the 5 hole on in the order, right?
Exactly.
When you get these lineups, and it's all these good teams, go down Bishop, Nolhoff, the Warriors, all these different teams. You like to say, "I'll go at the bottom of the order." The bottom of the order could be the top of the order on any other team.
That's what we just saw from the Naturals.
Look out! Oh, heads up, coach. Little foul ball off the fence, off the coach's head, back into play.
He's backing
Yep,
up.
he's moving down.
I think I'm going to get down here.
Yep, he's like, I don't think I like this position anymore, guys.
Man. Oh, my mercy. Throw over. He's back in. Plenty of time.
Got closer to the fence, too. Look at him.
Yes, I don't blame him.
Should we ask him if he wants an L screen?
If he hits the L screen, is that out of play?
Yeah.
We didn't go over that in ground rules. Popped up out of play. It's not a bad idea in one respect in some of these small fields like this, to where you a little screen in front of some of these kids, when they're on deck.
Man.
I don't think that's all that bad.
No.
I mean, look at there's no foul territory here.
No, there's not.
Oh,
Good pitch there.
good pitch. And he is out. Got him swinging on the off speed.
And that's a little bit, too, I think, doing too much with 2 strikes there, right?
Yep.
We've talked about it today. Simplify your approach. Do a simple job with 2. Don't do too much. But if I could hit the ball as far as he could, maybe I'd do the same.
2 outs now. Brings up number 4 for this mineral area squad. Dyson Walton. 1 for 1, run scored. He's back over easily. Minimizing damage here.
Yeah. Yep. Coming out of here with 1 run's big.
That would be huge. Little flare.
Second
Caught
baseman.
by the second baseman, Bayshans, I should say. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Score 7-2, Athletics.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right. Welcome back. Warrenton Athletic Complex, Mineral Area Athletics, Troy Thunder. We are going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mineral Area Athletics lead this one 7-2. Foster Rose back out on the mound. He did a great job last inning pitching with the lead, so I would expect that to continue for him. Great young man on the mound. It looks like number 27.
Bayshans back at the top of the order.
Yep, Blake Bayshans back at the top of the order.
Update.
Yeah.
Update. Championship, silver.
Yeah.
U.S. Nationals and all, taking on the Ilmo Storm.
That'll be a fun game to watch.
There you go.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game for sure.
We'll try and keep an update on that over there in
Yep.
that silver bracket. So they're way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, way ahead of it. Good chance here though. Troy Thunder. This is where they did their damage in the 1st inning, right? They got off to
That's
a great
correct.
start. Be big for them here to put a couple runs up and answer the Mineral Area's last 2 innings.
Bayshans is 0 for 1. I believe he grounded out his first at bat. Take strike 1. Good job, Rose. Find that place. Find that space.
Yep.
That outside corner's been good all day. Find it, be consistent with it, and work off of it. That is going to get down in the gap and to the fence. Bayshon's running well, headed to third, and the throw is not in time. That's the third triple we've seen in this game so far. My goodness.
These young men can run.
Wow.
Fast.
Wow. We're trying to one-up each other.
Man, look at these guys.
So Brecken Simmons at the plate takes strike one. Lefty on lefty. Simmons is 1 for 1. First at bat, single, scored a run. One ball, one strike. One ball, two strikes.
And Rose just holding his composure out there, right? Not letting anything affect him. Staying in his zone.
Tough play. Not going to get Breckens or Simmons.
He runs well.
Yes, he does.
Runs really well.
He had an infield single on his first at bat, and he did it again. If you bobble the ball at all, you're done.
Yeah, you're not going to get him. He's got some serious speed there.
So a triple infield single, and it's first and third with nobody out, brings up Brazel.
Hit a missile to the wall through the grass last time.
Goes by LJ.
LJ?
There you go. I like that. Somebody tried to. That's outside. It's outside. 1-1. No throw down. That's smart.
Look, just reading body language, I think the coach is expecting Simmons to run here. The third base coach, he had that look.
He's leaning backwards.
Yeah.
Strike two. Or strike one, 2-1.
Yeah.
I would, you would think you'd want a challenge here. You got the runner at third. Get that second runner over there. Even if you get a late break. Popped up, foul, out of play.
Hear a lot of fence behind me.
Two balls, two strikes.
Good
That's
pitch.
fouled back.
Nice job hanging in there, though. Staying
Yeah.
in the bat.
It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that is going to be foul.
Good two-strike approach, though.
Absolutely.
Staying the other way, not trying to do too much.
So Brazel back to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Nobody out. Big spot here for Rose. Grounds it to Dobbins. And again, he lets that ball play off his chest and it bounces down. And the defense letting down the Athletics here. Rose doing his job, getting 3 ground balls in this inning.
And now you're in a dangerous spot, right? 'Cause
Yes.
Dietrich, great hitter.
Yeah.
Great hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out, right? This,
This is very tough. And that's where Dobbins, this is where it's tough. You see that understanding hops, playing a hop, what do you got to do? popped up. If he gets this out here, that's huge. First pitch popped out. Wow, that's huge for Rose. So 1 out, takes care of Dietrich. Dietrich hitting 425 on the year. Now Fowler, who's having a big day, hitting 319 on the season. He's got some pop in his bat. Got 2 doubles. It's outside. Like the sound of the leather popping. Good stiff fastball.
Yeah. You can always tell a good catcher by the sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Catching in the pocket.
Yep.
Line drive, backhand.
Nice play.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and he couldn't
no.
make the runners coming home. We're going to have a play at the plate. Not in time. Couldn't handle the throw. And everybody moves up. Just for Hopkins to get to that and be able to make a throw, that was a heck of a good play. Just couldn't get it quite completed.
Yep.
2-run score to make it a 7-4 ball game. And that's 2 on, second and third with just 1 out. Here you go.
Yeah. Still threatening, still in a good spot. Say this part of the order did a lot of damage last time, put 2 runs up early. Able to do the same thing here, and if they can keep it rolling, right? See where we end up.
Exactly. And as we talked about, we talked about this in the first game, the Naturals and the Warriors playing really good defensive baseball.
Yep.
Not allowing a lot of mistakes. Hopkins, just to get to that was tremendous. Can't just complete the throw, but this is where we've seen the defense let both teams down a little bit.
Oh. Yeah.
We have Augie Benier at the plate.
Lays off there. 1-1, 1 out. He's got runners on second and third. Still a great opportunity for the Thunder here.
Absolutely. Oh, soft grounder.
Get a run across.
Good run. That is a productive out.
Yeah.
Brazil scores. Or excuse me, Brazel. Brazel scores. Fowler's at third, 2 outs. Benier gets the job done, makes it 7-5. And Rose has thrown a lot of pitches he shouldn't have thrown in this inning.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Lewis swings and misses on the first pitch. 0-1. Way out front on the change. Looks like maybe a little slider. Good slider gets Lewis on 3 pitches. We're heading to the top of the 4th inning, 7-5 Athletics.
Give me a good one.
Give me a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son,
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. Simmons back out for the fourth inning here. Thunder get back in the game. Just down 2 runs now. Number 26, Eli Turner, will be coming to the plate to lead off here for the Athletics. Turner, he's going to get 7, 8, and 9. Turner's 1 for 1, scored a run. Walton was 0 for 1 with an RBI, ground out. And Paris walked and scored a run. So the bottom of the order with some production for this Athletic squad.
And still dangerous.
Yeah.
Still very, very dangerous,
This is where Simmons needs a 1-2-3.
That would be big. It would be big for momentum, right? You just
Yeah.
went out, you put some on the board, you can come out and go shut them down. It would be huge. And could be a
Fly
good shot.
shallow right. Bayshon's on it. That's a heck of a good catch.
That'll be a good start.
Yeah.
That'll be a good start. Baseball economics.
1 pitch.
1 out.
I like it. That's the way we roll.
Yeah.
Number 14, Colton Walton.
1/2 of the, I'm assuming the Walton brothers. I'm assuming.
It looks like it.
I would assume so.
Or cousins,
Either one.
because they're definitely not twins. Or just brothers from another mother.
Maybe.
Right?
There you go. 2 good takes so far. Laid
Yeah.
off the inside pitch.
That's tough. 2-1. No, it is 3-0.
Oh, it is, yeah, 3-0.
Four-pitch walk to Walton. That's tough after you got the 1 pitch and the out.
Yeah.
And then you 4-pitch walk the next guy. And this is where things can get tough. Paris at the plate, though. Let's see if he can get the old pitcher's best friend. You know what that is, right?
Field double play.
I like it. See, I said that to Mitch one time, and he's like, what is that? I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I feel like we all know that, right? Like pitcher's
would
best
think.
friend, double play.
Double play, ground ball. Mitch is into hitting bombs. Speaking of, that's away from the catcher, and that's
Yep.
going to put Walton at second base. Speaking of Mitch Thomas, he was in there. I don't know if they continued. I'm going to have to try and find out. New Era Baseball, they were playing. But he had his older team going. So big shout out to Mitch Thomas. Does a lot for Youth Baseball Midwest. Oh, great bunt.
Good bunt
Great
here.
bunt. Getting it to third. Simmons to it. And he's out. Nice play by the pitcher. But advanced the runner to third. 2 outs now. He almost beat that out.
It was very, very close.
Hopkins, though, back to the top of the order. Hopkins tripled his last time at bat. But Mitch calls a lot of high school games, and he loves to do this. So, and don't miss. Ground ball, backhand, third baseman up. Oh, heck of a play. Nice job by the third baseman over
inning
there,
for
Liam
Simmons.
Beal. Yes.
Big inning for Simmons.
Strand a runner going to the bottom of the 4th inning, 7-5. We were just speaking of Mitch the kid, and behold, we were talking about.
Play 2 today.
Talk to us about your weekend.
I'll work my way in there. Do you mind if I come close to you? I smell. There you go. We got Friday. Here, you sit down. That one's on. I'll get in here. I'm gonna take Justin's seat for 2 seconds. We wet the bed on Friday. We had a good game, up 2-0. Pitched a great game by Brody Lee and ended up losing it, but it was baseball plays. Saturday we played that SEMO.
Hitman.
No.
Hitman?
We just played them earlier today.
Yeah.
Storm.
Ilmo Storm.
Yeah, and they could swing it.
Yeah.
And we had walked some guys, and then they'd hit it, and it was just all over the field. We lost big, but we came back today, beat the Hitman in a pretty good game. Jack Goldstein pitched good. He reminds me of Titus Fisher.
Oh, yeah. There you
who
go.
Actually pitched our 18U team into the finals for 18U Game 7 event. So good day for New Era Baseball.
Very good. Strike one to the young man just made a stellar play, Beal, at third base. Mitch, what did you think about the tournament overall? You know, watching these teams. I know you've been in and out because you got your other team playing over at Ozzy's, but what do you think?
The event is awesome. Having 28 teams in here and then being able to go through the brackets the way, having the tiers, because it's an open event, it allowed a team like ours, which I think we're a real, AA team, if you will. That's where we are, and that's what we played. That CGB team is definitely a better team than the bronze bracket. They just played. I was talking to Coach. Got unlucky.
Yeah.
They were up 9-0 and ended up tying that game,
Wow.
which he was obviously not happy about. But that was
Strike three. Beal goes down looking.
That was our buzzsaw today. I think that we would have competed with everybody else but that team in the bronze division. We had 9 guys. So when you have 9 guys,
You do. That sounds eerily familiar.
yep, you do what you do, and we lost to a pretty good hitting team. So I'm happy for the boys. We still have to continue to work on things. They're still 14 years old. We have kids. A young man. But give a shout out to Parker Zimmer. It's his birthday today. Turned
Barger
14.
with a swing and a miss.
Turned 14 today. So threw a kid out, got his first outfield assist. So he didn't get a hit on the day, but he got an outfield assist. So that's pretty cool.
I like that. 1-on-1.
It's been a long day though for me. So
I appreciate you, bud, stopping by and saying hello.
yeah, safe travels down to
To
Springfield.
Ozark. Yeah.
Ozarks. So
State
I'll be watching.
championships. We're gonna have Mitch on. We were talking about podcast, Hitting Zone podcast. It will be on this week. We're gonna be we will be live, or we will be down for the show in Ozark. Mitch will be up here. We'll bring him in. We're still gonna do the Hitting Zone podcast. We'll be in Ozark. He'll be wherever he's at.
Ooh,
Foul ball.
that felt good.
No, it didn't.
I heard that all inside here.
That's right.
The former catcher, I'm like, that's bruised.
So we're looking forward to the podcast this coming week.
Yep.
Talk some baseball.
Yes, let's do it.
Absolutely.
I do have one more thing. I'm going to challenge us to Game 7 baseball. The older boys, little bit
Outside.
longer mounds,
Okay.
a little bit bigger mounds. A 14U age group. I think a lot of the kids are striding off the mounds, a little dangerous for them. I'd like to see longer mounds at the 14 and older division.
Got to go by the
I
You already told him,
yeah.
didn't you?
we were talking before when the day started when we got here.
Strike three as Trey Barger goes down.
I'll pay a little extra. Just telling you.
There you go.
Thank you. Go Birds.
We'll see you, Mitch.
Lost like 8-1 today.
Mitch Thomas, New Era Baseball, the Hitting Zone, and host of the Hitting Zone podcast right here on Youth Baseball Midwest. So I'm going to give the old shameless plug. If you're here, you want to support what we do, we got some great podcasts, the Hitting Zone. We do Keep Climbing. Former MLB pitcher with the Miami Marlins, Brett Graves, doing his thing on Youth Baseball Midwest. We have Missouri Baseball Talk, Illinois Baseball Talk. We have we got to get Darren Sissel back with Baseball 101. We'll get that going again. We have some great stuff here along with our live streams. We Game 7 baseball, high school baseball.
I keep meaning to ask.
Swing and a miss or swing and foul tipped.
Are you guys just on YouTube for that, or are you getting into other podcasts where you're like iPod or iTunes podcasts?
We do have
those kind of things.
You can check us out. We've had our audio podcast. We put it out there. Our YouTube channel is the video side. We are on. We have our Spreaker player for audio on our website, Spotify on the other side.
There you go.
So you can check out our audio podcast, subscribe through Spotify, our Spreaker. You can go to iHeartRadio and listen as well.
Yeah.
So a walk to Bayshawns with 2 outs brings up Simmons. Simmons been on twice on a couple of infield singles. So we appreciate if you're here and you like what we're doing, please support the channel, subscribe, hit the dinger next to it. It's not a home run, but it sure is notifications for great episodes of our live streams and our podcasts.
I've gotten 2 of them today while we're sitting here.
Yeah, there
Every
you go.
time we've gone live, I've gotten them. So.
Oh, and he's back in pretty easily.
He's thrown over a couple times now. That's more than he's thrown over all game to anybody over there. So
Right.
they're keeping an eye on Blake. over there.
Bayshawns, yeah.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye on him.
That was that little hitch. You got to be careful, I think. You don't see a lot of that at the major leagues. You used to see it a lot where the kid on second, he would bring that knee back and sometimes go beyond and then not do it the next time. Really, that's a balk.
Yeah.
You got to repeat the same motion according to the rule book. You have to repeat the same motion.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's deception. He's going short way. Yes.
Yep.
Nice job by the shortstop,
Leading.
Hopkins. We're heading to the top of the 5th. Score 7-5 Athletics.
Give me a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son,
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh, my goodness. We're back. Rowe's going to be leading off the top of the 5th inning. David Miller on deck. We were talking about rules, and I think rules are tough in baseball. There's some you're right, and we, as Coach was saying, there's some very clear-cut rules, and then there's some there's rules that are very subjective to the situation. And that's where it becomes difficult sometimes.
Well, and pitcher box and all these things, I don't think, and I like it, but I don't think Major League Baseball is helping in some capacities. With all these different windups and moves these guys are doing, that's what these kids watch, and, it kind of grays the lines a little bit.
Yeah.
Just personal opinion.
There you go.
But I think it kind of makes it a little bit tougher.
Well, see, here's the difference. I'm this way, and I've said this. There's a lot. That's a thought. An opinion is somebody yelling and screaming into the microphone, emotional about something.
Yeah.
That is a thoughtful approach to what you're saying and what you're talking about. You've thought about that.
Yeah.
You can agree or disagree with that thought.
Absolutely.
But opinions are usually on fire. Right?
I opinions probably get more arguments than thoughts do.
Exactly.
There you go. One ball here to Foster Rose.
That's 2-0.
Yep, disciplined up there. This kid can swing the stick, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he can.
He knows what he's doing up there, that's for sure.
Foul tipped into the glove. Chase that up a little bit.
step out, regather his thoughts.
Yeah.
Make sure he's getting back to, back to what he wants to be doing up there.
3-1. I thought, and that you see him. He stepped out after that swing and kind of did his mechanics there.
Yeah.
And I think because he probably chased a ball up out of even his swing plane. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Just just resetting and making sure he's like, hey, I didn't feel what I wanted to feel there.
Yep.
Let's step out, get my feel back, and make sure I'm doing what I want to do.
3-2. Just turned on that a little early. I think that went into the trees over there.
Yeah, it was a little ways over there. You call that a touch early, I would say.
Ball 4.
Leadoff man's aboard for the middle area here. And with them, it's proven to be dangerous, right? It doesn't take much for that lineup to get momentum. So, Simmons is going to have a little bit of work here. He great last inning getting out of it.
Yeah.
We said he needed a big inning. He came through and got one. So we'll see how he rolls through now.
Exactly. And weren't quite ready. There we go. Now we're getting the runner in Hopkins coming out. Nobody out. David Miller at the plate. Tripled his first last at bat. He's 1 for 2. That's away from the catcher, and a good jump by Hopkins. Gets to second, runner in scoring position. That's where I've been talking about this, and I'm noticing this. And this is where, I think we got to get back to certain basics. These kids are so much. Runner goes, couldn't hang up, fouled it. They're so, with the catching and bringing the ball back into this. And you see these big wide sweepings. Well, they're moving, I think, a little too quick away. And you see the ball tip off the glove. Instead of catching the ball, that's a ball.
Yep.
At some of these, it's kind of too far away to be trying to do that.
And
be a little more selective in what you're trying to do.
And it's good because, I like to remind my catchers, right? It's the name of the position, catcher.
Catcher.
Right? Catch the ball first. You know what I mean? Let's make sure we keep it in front of us.
2-1, absolutely.
You
You got to do that first.
Look out. That ball was trying to get Dave in the Game 7 trailer.
Yes, it was.
He's posted up in between the two fields. That made some contact with it.
What's going on over there, Dave? In-flight service. Here's your ball back.
Can we get a new one, please?
But coming back to that, I think there are certain things. I like the catchers, the snap and whatnot, but I think these exaggerated, and these kids are trying to move the ball too quickly back into the zone.
Yep.
That it's coming off the tip of the glove, and we're missing a few balls we shouldn't be. That
looks
hard. Oh, nice track by Dietrich. Makes the catch for out number 1. That's a nice play.
Absolutely. Turned his head, took off right away, tracked the ball great. First step was off the bat. I mean, he read it immediately and went back and made a great play.
So Hopkins moves to third on the fly ball. Brings up Mosier, the catcher. Grounded to the third. Oh! And under the glove of Beal. And the run scores. It's 8-5. Coach going to call timeout. I don't know. It looks like we are getting a pitch and change here at this point.
Yep.
Simmons, nice job by the young man. I mean, he went out, battled, stayed in the strike zone, and some big hits, but it was the one inning that got away from him.
Yep.
And he leaves behind 8-5. We got Dietrich coming to the plate, or coming to the mound, I should say. I'll spit it out right.
Looks like Simmons going to center.
So Dietrich, 20 1/3 innings. He's pitched in 12 games. He's only got 2 starts, so this is his role, looks like. He's 1-1 on the season, no saves. Giving up a total of 20 hits, 16 runs, 11 of them earned, 10 base on balls with 20 Ks, 3.78 ERA with a 1.475 whip, and an opponent batting average of 253. So, not bad numbers for the young man.
No, not bad. Little, you see the spin off a ball when they bring a new guy in. It's got a little bit different spin than you're used to seeing, right? It's kind of on an axis a little bit.
It's kind of a 3/4 little flip.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of unorthodox movement in both pitchers here that we've seen.
Yeah.
Hawkins to the plate.
One, you got to think now with the lefty out, right? Middle area is going to be looking to run, especially with the speed they have at first now.
Absolutely.
They're going to be looking to start moving on the base pass a little more when they get the opportunity.
Owens 2 for 2 with a run scored.
Yep. There he goes. Ground ball up the middle.
Keeps him out of the double play.
Yeah. And good decision there, too. He looked at second, right, but knows, hey, I got no play. I'm just going to take my out and move on.
Smart baseball.
Yep. Dobbins back up now.
Didn't get to, and again, we've said this, and this is the toughest thing about this age level. At any age level below 14 and under, is speeding yourself up.
Yeah.
And not speeding yourself up. It's outside, ball 1. That's ball 2.
I like the patience Dobbins has right now. He kind of got a little wanting to go up there and do too much last time, where now he's settled in. He's got a good at bat going here.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. You can hear the wind off that bat, too.
You can. He's a strong kid,
And he switched up bats. He had that high fire last time. He's swinging that DeMarini here. Looks like it's probably a drop 3. And those DeMarinis, that's the voodoo. Looks like they always have they're much more end-loaded. Maybe slow himself down a bit.
That's hit hard.
Oh, nice play by Beal. Man, that is not an easy play, folks.
No.
Heck of a job.
You can't see it on the camera, but from where I'm at, that ball is running down to his feet fast. That was a very nice play by third baseman.
We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Score 8-5.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for giving me that class today on this beautiful day. I'm watching some baseball, Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Jay Brazel at the plate. Number 3 hitter. We'll have 3, 4, 5. Then Dietrich and Fowler. So 3-run ball game. You got the heart of the order for the Thunder. Strike 1. Rose still out there on the mound. to this point. Now that's 63 pitches for Rose. And that ball is a single, dropping in front of the center fielder for a leadoff single here for the Thunder.
And the bulk of Rose's pitches were last inning.
Yes.
Right, he was staying really efficient, and then that last inning kind of got away from him a little bit.
Dietrich smokes one down into right and past the right fielder. I think Dietrich is headed to, he's at second, and he's going to hold up there, but the run scores. Brazzle around on the double, on the RBI double from Dietrich, and it's an 8-6 ball game.
That middle of the order continuing to put pressure on the Athletics.
Putting some good swings. Here's Fowler now. Fowler's 1 for 2, 3 RBIs. Cleared the bases last time he was up. Little hi, how you doing over there?
Yep.
And another single down the right field line. Fowler keeps the train going. Dietrich comes around. It's an 8-7 ball game.
Right back in it.
Wow. So single, double, single, 2 runs, and the Thunder knocking at the door, and here comes Coach to talk to Rose. Benier. I got to give it to my crack staff in there. That's good. We talk about the base loaded, but man, back to back. He said the Thunder is rumbling.
That it is right now.
I like that.
So looks like pitching change here. We got Rose going to the outfield. Off the mound. Good outing for him, though.
It is.
Good outing for him. He's, seems a little frustrated walking out. But probably, all these boys expect so much of themselves.
Well, but okay. I think, and we talk about these things, as we're watching number 0, Owen Hawkins warming up. That inning, Rose did everything right.
Yeah.
He should have been out of that inning before.
You're talking about the fourth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was the errors that cost them those, and when you're given free bases, especially at this age level, you have some high-level major league pitchers give up a couple free bases, but even then, it will bite them. And they may be able to work out 1 or 2 of those, and then maybe sometimes they can work out more, but that's a major league pitcher.
Unwritten laws of baseball always read walks and errors or runs.
That's correct.
Walks and errors are going to be runs.
And that's what did, and it pushed Rose to face these guys a little bit further, tire a little bit quicker, and when you put that, same thing with Simmons. Oh!
Heads up, Coach.
Catcher's going, what? I was just throwing it back to the pitcher.
I just threw it to the guy in the hat.
Okay, Benier here at the plate. The shortstop. 0 for 2. Ground out RBI. He's back in safely. Nice job, though.
Good block, Blue. A little umpire-assisted block there.
Yeah, exactly.
Never hurt anybody.
If you kick off the old shoe plate, shin guard. I was up way. This has been way back in the day. I was umpiring a 14U baseball game. Young man on the mound. Probably throw, from what everybody told, he was mid-70s.
Yeah.
Pretty good for 14.
Yep.
I don't think the catcher, and that is 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't think the catcher was up to it. He was struggling a little bit, but you hang in there as an umpire. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. He's set up on the outside. Whiffed completely.
Ooh.
And nailed me right in the kneecap. Now, of course, you had the shin guard, but I'll tell you, man, I dropped like a sack of potatoes. It hurt. And a
3-2
ground ball
pitch.
to Miller. There's one out. Not in time. And he does.
No, it is in time.
Now, I even saw that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one you gotta.
It's tough though, but they're as human as the rest of us, right?
Yep.
They're gonna make
You missed that
mistakes.
one. So, 2 outs. Bases are cleared. Number 13, Drake Lewis, little squibber.
PFP action.
Yeah, baby. Owens beats him to the base. It's 8-7. We're headed to the top of the 6th inning.
Give me a good one.
Give me a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son,
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. That last silence was brought to you by Marcel Marceau. I don't know if anybody gets that.
I do not. I do not get that.
Marcel Marceau was a famous mime. Back in the day when I was a kid.
Do I want to know why you knew famous mimes when you were a kid?
He was that famous,
All right.
But as a mime, you see the guys with the painted white faces,
Are there even any?
My crack engineer staff wants to jump into this conversation. And everybody's laughing because come up over the radio says that was a long time ago.
Oh, man.
In a galaxy far, far away. That's for Drew. Oh, that's for my staff in the trick.
Well, we're back in the top of the 6th in a 1-run ball game here. I mean,
here we are again.
Yeah, we've been in here before. We've been in a 1-run ball game.
We got a 3-2 ball game over across way. Ilmo Storm and Nationals. Ground ball. Oh!
Just past the diving third baseman. And I'm a sucker for the effort.
I know you are, baby.
I love it.
That's all right. I love the effort. Dyson Walton, Beal diving. Walton on base with the leadoff single. Brings up Eli Turner. Bottom of the order again here. Turner 1 for 2 with the run. Takes a strike up in the zone. Step off. Dietrich. Looks like somebody was adjusting their accoutrements. Ground ball to the shortstop, Benier. Oh, nice turn. Throws offline. But I really like these two shortstops in this game. They're not big. but they got a little flash to them.
Yeah, athletic, and
Yeah.
they're smooth, right?
I love the
And-
arm slot that he threw off of right there.
Smooth as fast. Keep
Amen
saying
to
it.
that.
Can make a
Nice job by Benier on the front side of that turn. Erase the lead runner. It's 1 out. Ball 1. Number 14, Colton Walton. Ground ball. I like that. And an out there. Double play.
Trading double plays.
Got to do it. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. 8-7 Athletics. All right, we're gonna see if I can get I want to get a score from across the way there. I gotta scroll back up to the top here. We'll get there. There it is. We're scrolling. There we are. We're there now. Okay. Now look at that. 1-0. CGB over the Illinois Gators across the way. Ilmo Storm 3-2 up on the Nationals right now in that silver bracket championship.
Is CGB and Gators bronze championship? Is that where we are there?
Let's take a look at that. It could be. You could be right about that. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
That is the championship game going on over there, and it's a 1-0 ball game. So we're in championship round except for here because we've had some late. It's not too bad. 6-11.
Yeah.
And 2 very good baseball games. This one probably a little more. I don't know. Think it's been any shorter or any longer.
No.
Because even with all the runs scored, the pace of play has been really good.
Yeah, I mean they're bottom 6. Probably getting close-ish on time, I would say, but maybe get to 7. I guess we'll see. Nobody seemed to be in a hurry, so that usually tells you there's plenty of time left.
Yeah. Beal at the plate takes strike 1, pops it up foul out of play. For Mineral Area, Owen Hawkins back out on the mound. He took over for Rose at the end in the bottom of the 5th. Oh man, that's a tough play. And it's caught and he's out. Nice job by the third baseman over there, Dobbins.
Good play for him. He struggled a little bit today, so
Yes,
probably
sir.
feels good to be able to get one in the back pocket there.
Number 24 coming in to hit in the order. Hitting for Barger is, let's see, Noah Stein. Noah Stein hitting for, so this is the number 9 hitter. So coach trying to find somebody, a little something here.
Trying to get something going.
Left side, little lefty on righty, take advantage of it.
Get something back to the top with a little momentum.
Sure.
The top of the order's done a lot of damage this game for the Thunder. So
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pinch hitter Stein swings through, misses, 2-2. Lays off. Nice job. Didn't overcommit.
Full count here.
That is driven into the gap. Miller on his horse. Makes
What
the
a
catch.
What a catch.
David Miller on a full sprint reaches up, grabs it out of the air. Defense on full display. Robs.
But credit where
man.
credit is due. Great at bat coming into pinch hits.
Yes,
Great at
absolutely.
bat. 3-2 count and should have, could have, would have been a double in the gap.
Oh, my mercy. Bayshon's at the plate now. 2 outs. That's highway robbery out there.
It is.
I always, when you talk about center fielders, gentlemen like that, young men like that who can run and whatnot, I always love that. To me, good pitch, 1-1, where doubles go to die.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's when you got guys like that who are that athletic, got that kind of speed, it's hard.
Can we say where doubles go to die? Killed by great center fielders.
Yes, sir.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, and that's we always talk about the next level for these boys going to high school and then college after that, right? A lot of these colleges, speed is a huge thing for them.
Absolutely.
I've heard stories and know guys that you run a below 760 and you're all instantly on a college radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking, the elite guys, you're talking anywhere from 6'6" to 6'8".
Yeah.
And then if you're below that,
You're in another level.
that's almost, that's a good at-bat by Bayshons. Gets the walk. Brings up Brecken Simmons.
And if you're middle area here, the way this top of the order has done damage today, you're a little nervous. They that was a big pitch.
Yeah,
they know
it was. Plus, not to mention the bottom of you get back to the top of the order in the bottom, and the throw is way offline.
Second base is there though, so we're good.
So Mosier, though, if you saw that, took 2 steps to the side and then threw the ball way off.
Ball took him.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's the pitch. Sometimes you just got to deal with.
Yep. Life
Nothing
of a
you can do about
catcher,
it.
not an easy one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I believe Mitchell attests to that. Life of a catcher, not an easy one.
Change up misses. It's turning into a very soft, fine evening out here at the WAC. Ooh,
Good cut.
that was his pitch right
It was.
there.
Game
That
changer
was the
cameras are
pitch.
still alive though. They are still breathing.
That was the pitch. You wanted to get that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Tying run at second base. Grounded back up the middle, past the diving shortstop. Here comes the
take a
throw, and
What a
he is out. Oh my goodness, what a throw. David Miller with 2 big-time plays from center field as the Athletics maintain the lead 8-7. We're going to the top of the 7th inning.
throw! Big time plays by him this inning.
Man.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son,
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my Oh my goodness, Coach.
Athletes do athlete things. The athletes do athlete things, right? And you know that's you can't. Some of those things you just can't teach,
No.
right? And you can't teach speed, and you can't teach an arm like that.
Nope.
You know. So is that David Miller? Is that right?
David Miller.
David Miller. What an athlete! You said he was varsity at DeSoto, right, for football?
Potosi.
Potosi.
Yeah.
Potosi.
Freshman, starting quarterback.
Starting quarterback, nonetheless. Well, with an arm like that. Strike one here to the Miller Area Athletics.
Yeah, baby. Number 24, Lane Paris, were number 9 hitter, and then 1-2 behind that. Waits on it. Benier up, throws him. Not in time.
Just off the glove.
Yep. That was going to be a tough play. Wasn't hit particularly hard.
No.
Hopkins now. So an insurance run on with nobody out, and the top of your order who have done some damage for this squad. Popped foul, out of play, little anxious.
Yeah, Chase, and he knew right away. You heard the groan before he even finished his swing there.
Hopkins is 2 for 3. He has got 3 RBIs. He scored twice because I believe he reached on the air. Or no, the fielder's choice, excuse me. Fielder's choice.
Shortstop for them, correct?
Yes.
Again, another
Yes,
just
he is.
and another good athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts a little more muscle or mass either way on that frame. He'll be just fine.
Yep.
Takes a healthy hack at that high fastball.
Not gonna get cheated. Not gonna get cheated.
In 3D, that came right at the camera. Our crack staff working hard in the trailer for you, bringing you all the graphics, pictures. Lorna Drew Klutz getting it done. Can't do it without them, folks. They do a lot of great work over a weekend, putting in the hours. I appreciate it. Now that's not, you got the infield single, but then you follow up with the free base.
Yep.
And that brings Rose and Miller to the, unless you can turn a double play here.
I think you need a triple play here. I don't think there's any outs, correct?
Oh, well, if you can get a double play here, just get a double play.
Makes it less scary.
Yes.
At least. Less scary.
Even
at
if,
least.
you know, the runner, if you got a runner at third with 2 outs with Miller, I mean, at least lessens the damage. Dietrich just trying to get a ground ball, I would imagine. There's a strike.
Do you know, was David Miller varsity in baseball as well?
I don't.
Be interested to know that.
Yeah.
Where he was on,
We'll
on
have
the
to
baseball.
ask him
Yeah.
when the game's done.
Yeah.
I would imagine he probably was. Ooh. Turned a little too soon. Couldn't keep it fair. It's a wave. Oh, everybody moves up 90 feet. Second and third takes a double play out. Now you're in.
Now you have to pitch to both of them.
Honestly, you're 2-2. I'd put a Rose on and take my chances with Miller and see if I can get a ground ball.
I think it's all the same at this point, you know, depending on what Rose does here.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Productive out.
Yeah.
So Paris is in. It's 9-7. Out number 1.
This makes it a little less scary,
Yeah.
right? Because even putting a Rose on, you're more or less conceding the run at home, right? One or
Agreed.
two of them. So I just think facing Miller with the bases loaded is scary, you know.
Proposition just out front. I love the hustle. Benier all the way to the fence. Fantastic. Just on a full sprint. That's a kid to watch. He'll be playing high school baseball. And a very high-level situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another one, though, right? You see, put a little size on, put a little mass on, and you can see a lot of good things for him in his future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, many of these kids going to Triad over in Illinois, which is a very good high school program.
Yeah.
So Dietrich having some trouble finding, locating. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, or that shouldn't be right.
No, that's correct. That's correct. 2 hacks and then that one. Just looks like the
Yeah, that's
off-speed's been
right.
trouble for him. Losing it out to the right.
Little nice job, nice job. Fowler drops the throw. Again, there's that thing we were talking about, speeding up a little bit, trying to get the tag, and doesn't bring the baseball with him.
Yep. Yep.
And the run scores, and Miller doing the right thing on his horse to second base.
Yep, getting there. Getting there for sure.
So 10-7 ball game here in the top of the 7th. Mineral area adding, tacking on some runs. It's outside.
And they may not be done.
Yeah.
They may not be done.
It's only 1 out. Ground ball.
pitch.
Benier up with it.
Just,
Nice play.
just consistent.
Yes.
Just consistent.
You can and these are 2 good teams, and we've seen some kids that stand a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, right? And he's one of them. I really have enjoyed watching this young man play, especially in the shortstop position. Like you said, he gets a little stronger. I think the hitting will come.
Yep.
And but he can flat out play defense.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. And that's good. And that's good to see. Like I'm a defense first person.
Yeah.
Right. The guys that always you stick out to me are the guys that play defense. So to see him stick out like that is cool for me.
Woohoo! Hawkins at the plate. 2 outs. Runner at third. You know, might as well if he's out there. Try and get him in.
Yep.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Up with it. They scored. They score 2. I knew it was. They scored 2. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. 10-7 Athletics.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for giving me that class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, you know. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, here we are, folks. Bottom of the 7th, second semifinal. Hawkins back out on the mound. And we've got to lead off here is Brazel then Dietrich and Fowler. So these are the guys that have been very good for this squad right here in the heart of this order. And so this is far from over.
Yeah, if you're going to try to put up a number here and get back in this and possibly come away with it, these are the guys you want up right now.
Absolutely.
These are the guys you want up. So by no means is this game even close to over. Looks like just a couple more warm-up pitches here for the Athletics, and they'll be looking like they're ready to go. I'll tell you what, though, 2 really good semifinal games so far.
Absolutely.
2 really good semifinal games.
Here we go. 5 pitches, guys. Let's get it down. Let's go.
I think you look at all the games, right, that have gone on. Really just a ton of quality baseball games this weekend.
Absolutely.
You know? And I say that knowing that my team was unfortunately on the wrong end of 2 of them. But
you were.
But we were there.
Talked about it. You had 2-1 and a 2 one-run ball
games. 7-8.
Yep.
Yeah, and we were right in there. So I don't get to. We get to go home feeling pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, you can't. You do what you do. You play the game, and there's a lot of good baseball teams that are going home empty-handed. And
oh, look at this.
Oh! And the first baseman reaches out, and I think that's a little inexperienced there. A misplay on the hop. He tried to reach for it instead of let it come to him. Because that was a heck of a play by Troy Hopkins. Threw the ball right. One hop it.
Off the bat, I didn't think he had a chance.
No, I did not either.
But I'll say it again. I love the effort. I think I've said that 100 times today, and I'm going to say it every time. I love the effort.
That's what we talked about with Bonnier in that last inning. He's going to get bigger, stronger.
Yep.
The athleticism and the play, the ability is all there for these 2 players.
Without a doubt.
Oh, that ball's away from Mosier.
Yep.
Throws down. Gives it a shot, might as well.
He's got a great arm from behind the plate, though. Great arm.
But again, there's another one off the glove.
Yep. Can't argue that.
Can't do anything until you catch the baseball.
Crisp catch there, though. Good pop on
Little
that
snap.
one. Good pop on that one.
It's outside. 2 balls and a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Sorry. I looked a little soon. Hawkins in some trouble here. Ground ball to the shortstop. Goes to third. Oh, that's a nice play. That is a heck of a play. I love that. Hopkins did not hesitate.
Nope.
Saw the play in front of him. You got to make sure as the lead runner, you make sure that throw goes across. And I think that's what Coach was over there talking to him about.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard, right? Because, not for, for the runner you're taught there, right? Ball in front of you, you should stay. And he went off the bat.
Absolutely.
Hopkins, pretty easy play for him there, really.
But I've seen, that's a strike to Fowler. I've seen shortstops at this age level just go right over to first
Never
base.
even see it. I don't disagree at all.
So
you might have seen mine do
the
it once or
awareness, it's just the awareness,
Yep.
Baseball IQ at this age level.
Absolutely.
Good change-up. Gets the strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's like the great thing about 14U is baseball IQ separates you. At the younger ages, it doesn't. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
Right. But here it does.
Outside, spins it. Oh, don't show up the umpire, young man. Just go back on the mound. You can only do that if you're making $20 million in the show.
And I don't think it works out too well for them either.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
There you go.
There it
Good
is.
comeback pitch.
That's a good pitch. Hawkins on the outside corner freezes Fowler. 2 outs now. Runner at first. Benier at the plate. One last opportunity. I don't think they're going to send Dietrich. Single. Dietrich rounding. Heading to
Test the arm
third.
again.
Testing the arm. There you go. There it is right there. I know Mr. Hawkins started running over there, but that's where you should have been.
Yeah.
Understand where it is. And the throw comes in. Great running by Benier. He's standing at second base, reading that all the way, sees Miller chuck it to third, and he's on his horse.
Yep.
I love that.
Everything we should have done there.
Absolutely. Got time. And this is where, these are sayings of mine, and I've seen it. And here's the thing. Sometimes people go, oh, you shouldn't say something. No, this is the way it is. Mr. Hawkins, if you want to watch the game, go buy a ticket, get in the stands. Otherwise, you got to get to your place. As a coach, you want your pitcher to know where he needs to be there. Your third baseman, he's down there trying to knock that down. Easy play. Maybe Benier doesn't get second. If you're backing that up, you come up, boom, and you can throw him out.
Well, and I think the context there is that you, as well as me, very much, we look at everything through the scope of high school.
Yes.
And a high school coach is.
Yes.
And that's the difference in a freshman, sophomore making varsity and not.
Absolutely.
That maturity, that level of understanding of the game, right? And it's not being hard on anybody here. It's just understood. We look at it from that lens.
Absolutely.
And that every varsity coach I know, that's the way they see it.
0-1 here to number 13. Swing and a miss. Drake Lewis. He's quickly 0-2. Opportunity for these runs. A little flare over the head of Hopkins.
Oh.
Just got the end of the bat. And Hawkins would have had to grow a couple of feet.
Yeah. He made his best attempt, though.
He did.
For the golf fans out there, jumped higher than Phil Mickelson.
Yes.
You ever seen that where he's
Yeah.
an inch off the ground?
Liam Beal at the plate. Third baseman. He's made some nice defensive plays over there today. Opportunity. The tying run is at first. Winning runs at the plate. We got another crazy finish here. I don't know. We're going to find out.
Could be coming down to it.
(10-8) ball game, bottom of the 7th, semifinal number 2, and that's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Looks like the championship game is going to start about an hour late.
Yep.
Oh, big swing and a miss. Just lost the bat.
A little more pine tar.
Yeah.
Little more pine tar. Obviously no ill intent there.
No.
Obviously.
No. That's just a big hack.
Yep.
Beal trying to do some damage. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a little one hop to the second baseman.
And that'll do it.
And the Mineral Area Athletics punch their ticket to the championship game. 10-8 ball game. Thunder made it interesting throughout. We've got the Athletics taking on the Naturals for our championship game. We will be back. Make sure you tune in. Probably 15 minutes. We'll be back online. Folks, for my staff, for Coach Holt, appreciate you tuning in.